Yo, what's up, guys? Dude, so Jamal Murray may not be playing. The odds haven't really moved that much. You guys think Jamal's playing? What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? We think Jamal's playing. The odds literally haven't. No, they've moved a little. A little bit. They moved a little bit. If you pull up a line movement chart, so Jamal Murray, yeah, actually they moved. Minus, 180-ish to minus 200-ish. I don't know. But I'll take it. I mean, I'm on the Thunder. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? What do we think? Jamal Murray playing or not playing? Yo, he's playing. What's up, David Barfield? Dude, I feel like half of these NBA players, every team, it's crazy. It would be crazy if Jamal Murray didn't play tonight. But regardless, let's see if we can get in some bets. What sportsbook do we want to start out on? Honestly, first things first, I'm going to rip the Thunder. I'm already on Thunder money line. I already hit Thunder money line right before the injury was announced. Anyways, I'm on a minus 167. But I'm going to get this play locked in on Fliff. Fliff is a sweepstakes book. So basically it's like legal in every state. Dude, come on, load. And they already bumped it. Damn, dude. So they just bumped the Thunder from minus 110 to minus 115. I feel like they've gotten a lot faster with their bumps. He's playing, but probably won't be as effective. Do an underdog play. Okay, so we'll do an underdog play. But first things first, let's get in some WNBA bets. As you guys probably know, you probably got it marked on your calendar. WNBA starts Saturday. I think Saturday. So anyways, I'm going to lock in this bet quickly. Seattle Storm plus 3.5 at minus 114. So again, I'm a super data-driven sports bettor. So you can see, this is just off the arbitrage tool on OddsJam. FanDuel is crossed with Novig. So one of these two bets has to be profitable. Storm plus 3.5 at minus 114, or Mercury minus 3.5 at plus 116. Because again, these books have such different odds that you could bet the Storm on FanDuel. You could hedge. That's arbitrage. Bet the Mercury minus 3.5 at plus 116 on Novig and guarantee a profit. Granted, it's small, but one of these two bets has to be plus EV or profitable. But anyways, let's see what we got. I'm pumped for the WNBA. Please do PrizePicks, you handsome mofo. PrizePicks and Underdog. WNBA starts tomorrow. Please don't joke about AIDS. That's a serious matter. Yo. So we can start. It seems like most people want to start on Underdog and PrizePicks. So we'll start out with the DFS sites. And let's see if there's anything good. Oh, baby. So the first play we have, again, things moving a bit. But maybe we start out with this play for tomorrow. Al Horford under 9.5 points. So this is on Underdog. Again, it's also on PrizePicks. They work in basically roughly the same way. They're fixed payout sports books. So basically, on Underdog, we take Horford to go over or under. It doesn't matter. We're going to get the same payout regardless. So you look at all the sports books, every data point we have in the market. It's just the OddsJam positive EV tool. All these books have Horford's under heavily favored. Every book is a data point. FanDuel's a $40 billion company. They have the under as a minus 138 favorite. But now we got to find some plays to pair. So pick number one, Horford under 9.5. Dude, I'm honestly a little disappointed. I would have live streamed earlier. I didn't realize all these, there's not much MLB today. I think already half the games are over. I didn't realize the games were starting so early. So anyways, Esports, this is usually when the Underdog starts to post Esports lines. And they always mess them up. The problem is they bump them pretty quickly. So this is just off, you know, the line discrepancy tool, the fantasy optimizer. Underdog has OC's line at 31.5. Every other book lower. Hot Streak, a book that specializes in esports, has them at 29.5. It's kind of crazy how big these esports line discrepancies can be. But anyways, let's just finish this slip. Let's start out. Dude, it's NRG versus BJ's. So we're betting on NRG versus BJ's. I can't actually pair those picks together because they're in the same game. I'm an idiot. Underdog starts to add in payout shifts. So this is what I'm going to get locked in. First play, 3-pick entry on Underdog. Some people are saying there's a promo. I don't see it. I don't have Underdog streaks anymore. Otherwise, I'd run one. You just wake up. I wish I can hack into your Fliff account and steal all your money. Please don't joke about AIDS. This is a serious matter. Sleeper promo, please. You guys want to do the sleeper promo? Okay, we'll do the sleeper promo. Yo, so 3-pick entry, 6x payout. Get it locked in, boys. Get it locked in. Do you have videos on how to complete Underdog streaks? 1 sec. They're asking me to verify my location. Yeah, we got videos on Underdog streaks. Give me 1 sec. Where is streaks, bro? I think they took streaks away for a lot of people. 3-pick entry, 6x payout. Get this shit locked in. Where is this? So here's the video I made on the math behind streaks. I heard Alex is 36 years old. Yo, here's the video, Kai. Sleeper discounts. I'm 20K in debt, bro. Please help me out of this hole. Anyway, streaks videos in the chat. People want sleeper? Let's do sleeper. Let's take a look. What discounts do they have? Yo, so this Jokic triple-double we'll have to look at, especially because Murray got bumped. They have a 50% UFC profit boost. Who's scoring a goal in the NHL tonight? We'll take a look. Murray under assist was nasty on sleeper, but it's bumped. Anyway, so we got Murray. Murray questionable. The first play I'm going to go with is Jalen Williams. Over 17.5 points. Let's make sure this discount is good. I feel like sometimes sleeper offers some pretty shitty discounts, but let's take a look. So Jalen Williams, I mean, sleeper says they're discounting his line from 21.5. Most of these books have him at 20.5. So I mean, it's decent. You know, 3-point discount, we'll take it. And then let's just see what we want to pair with on sleeper. So again, here was the first Underdog play. 3-pick entry. I don't really care what I'm betting on. NBA, esports, whatever. So let's go to sleeper. If you're in debt, get out of this stream and get back to work. PrizePicks, please. Caitlin Clark discount. You got to ride the woman. Anyways, what do we want to pair with? Shit, man. So they still have lines up for Jamal Murray. I think he's been at 21.5. So again, like, I don't usually place many bets on sleeper. I've said this before, but they just charge a lot of juice. So like, if you look here at Jokic turnovers, you look at Jokic's turnover line, like, sleeper's charging 73 cents of juice compared to DraftKings 30 cents. So they just charge a lot of juice. So in general, in my opinion, it's a pretty hard book to beat. But anyways, what I'm going to run is Angel Reese under 13.5 rebounds. So this is a WNBA play for Saturday. I think that's when the WNBA starts. Dude, I feel like WNBA got crushed on last year. Better, please. Brittany Griner is a man. Anyways, this is what I'm getting locked in for this first sleeper discount. Damn, they have a lot of promos too. So again, Sleeper's a weird book. Like, if you look at Angel Reese's rebound line, Sleeper has her as a 1.64x payout. I think they may have just bumped it though. But they put their odds in decimal format, 1.64. You're betting 100 to profit 64. You're betting 100 to win 164. I think it was 1.67. They just bumped it kind of quickly. So that's the same as minus 149 odds. So OddsJam just like converts decimal odds into American odds. So then you can compare to sports books. Brittany Griner is a man. Is the Clark discount good? Let's check out the Caitlin Clark discount. So on Sleeper, they have Clark boosted. Usually these multiplier boosts are kind of shitty, but let's look. So they have Caitlin Clark boosted to a 1.95x payout. So minus 105 odds to go over 21.5 points. Is that any good? Let's take a look. Any FanDuel? Bro, of course we're going to do FanDuel. Give me a sec. Honestly, nah, it's not super good. I mean, if you can find a plus EV pick, maybe it's okay. But like most of these books, they're already giving you as a regular line Clark over 20.5 points. Like, you'd rather, I mean, granted, Bet365 is one of the softest, one of the easiest books to beat. The Jokic boost is good, but regardless, like, I mean, you can get a better line on Bet365, so I don't know. Maybe I won't run that. But let's check out this Jokic boost, triple-double. So, Jokic, triple-double. Let's take a look. So they're boosting Jokic triple-double to a 3.25x payout. That's the same as plus 225. Which is okay. I mean, you know, you can see some of these other books are already offering plus 210. So it's kind of mediocre. I mean, once you devig, like Fliff's market is, most of these books are like plus 190, minus 310. So I don't actually think this is any good. But this Ottinger discount is probably good. So let's see what we can find. So I'm going to run the hockey discount with Wiggins under 6.5 points. A little lame, not much sports today, but we'll take advantage of the profitable promos. Can you do DraftKings Pick 6? I've never personally used DraftKings Pick 6, but what jersey are you wearing? LeBron. I'm wearing LeBron. Over or under 216 in the Thunder game. I don't know. I haven't looked at. I don't have any bets on the total yet. Yesterday I got fucked on my under in the Warriors game, dude. That game soared over. But anyways, what do we want to do? Let's take a look at FanDuel and maybe Rebet. There's so many sports books. I've said this before. I'm in Virginia. Virginia's got a lot of books, which is obviously a good thing. So let's see if we can find any home run bets or something for tonight. If I like devig to Pinnacle, let's see if there's any good home run bets. So how many games do we have left tonight? That's what we just locked in. Yo, so we have 2 games left tonight. Damn, bro. Which LeBron jersey? What do you mean, which LeBron jersey? Dude, I was hoping I'd get to be in Indianapolis tonight to go to Game 6 of Cavs-Pacers, but not going to happen. They banned Rebet Cash in New York. Yeah. I feel like New York's been banning a lot of sports books recently, which obviously is a little beat. They got rid of Underdog, because I was just in New York. There was no Underdog, no PrizePicks. I mean, it's some like bullshit version of PrizePicks. But let's see what there is on FanDuel. If we can find anything good for tonight. So this is the best home run value. I mean, dude, Sutterstone, he was fire at the start of the season. He slowed down a bit, but I actually think he went yard yesterday. So this is just, again, this is just the OddsJam positive EV tool. It's not going to do anything complicated. Did you do PrizePicks? We'll do PrizePicks next. It's not going to do anything complicated. It's just going to point out, line discrepancies, value in the market. The betting market's so fragmented. All these books set their own odds. So you can see Circa's market is plus 395, minus 500. So if you devig it, remove the juice, all these books make money, by charging a spread called the vig, the juice, whatever. So if you devig the market, the fair price, according to Circa, would be plus 412. On FanDuel, we're getting plus 460 above fair value. So this definitely seems like a good home run bet for tonight. Pinnacle, another sharp book. Their market is plus 363, minus 584. Devig it, plus 395 is the fair price. So this also looks good to Pinnacle's market. But anyways, what do I want to do? Let's see what else we want to pair on FanDuel. FanDuel actually has a promo. I think it's a 25% profit boost on 3-leg parlays. So let's see what we got. How many hockey games do we have? Can you do an offshore book like Bet Online? We're doing PrizePicks next. I see everyone asking for PrizePicks. I promise it's coming next. So, damn, we got 2 hockey games tonight. My caps are probably fucked. But anyways, we got Jason Robertson to get an assist. You need 3 picks for the FanDuel promo. Again, it's I think it's 25% boost. And then what we need to do is let's find one more pick and then we'll do PrizePicks. Dude, I got pretty lucky. I literally bet on the Thunder. 2 minutes later, Murray's announced as questionable for tonight. Nah, that I don't like. But what final pick do we want to go with? Rebet has some good player props, but dude, I don't know. I've been so heavily limited on Rebet on these player props. I just haven't really bothered. But anyways, maybe we just run this as a 2-pick parlay. So we have Sutterstrom home run, and then we got Robertson assist. You could run them as straight bets too. If a bet's plus EV, profitable. Hey, Alex Monahan, shave your head if the Knicks win the finals. So 2-pick parlay. Sutterstrom, home run. Jason Robertson to record an assist, plus 220. Both plays, amazing. Dude, actually, I'm just going to run him straight up. I get such shitty betting limits on these hockey player props. So this doesn't work for the FanDuel promo because, again, it has to be a parlay, but it works for this live stream. What book do you guys want to look at? Alex, are you Mexican? No. Big Al, stop messing with the dog water books and focus on the bread and butter of FanDuel and PrizePicks. Okay. Y'all want PrizePicks. Let's do a fucking PrizePicks slip. Let's see if we can find anything good. PrizePicks. Let's take a look. So the first play we have, what do we think about fading Jokic? So we have that play on Horford for tomorrow. Again, on PrizePicks, I've said this in other videos, but, they give you really shitty payouts on 3-pick entries. They're only giving you a 5x payout. So you really want to try to go with 5-pick flex plays, unless you're correlating, but that's not even worth talking about. So we have Jokic under 8.5 assists, right? On PrizePicks, take his over, under, you're getting the same payout. Circa, known to be a really sharp book. All these books have his under heavily favored. Yo, we like Jokic under 8.5 assists. Jokic is going to be on God mode if Jamal's out. True, but he may be shooting. He may not be passing. Why are you so handsome? Yo, what up, Elwin? You're now my favorite person. Knicks or Celtics tomorrow? Dude, I don't know. Dude, everyone was acting like the series over. The series was over. What are the Celtics to win the series now? So you can see FanDuel already bumped Soderstrom down a bit to plus 450, but if you didn't get it locked in, they're only plus 220. But I don't have a bet. I don't have a bet on tomorrow's game yet. But anyways, let me finish this slip. So let's see what we got. Okay, we got 2 picks so far. Let's keep rolling. If the Celtics win tomorrow, I think they take Game 7 easily. Dude, Knicks fans, that would be excruciating. I mean, I'm obviously not a Knicks fan. I'm a Wizards fan. Actually, nothing is worse than being a Wizards fan. But anyways, so we have some esports value. PrizePicks starting to drop esports lines. So again, like, you don't have as many data points as many sports books that are posting markets on esports on CS2. But I mean, like, you know, Sleeper has his line at 23.5, under favored. Hot Streak, which is a book that, you know, specializes in esports, they not only have his line a 1.5 lower at 22.5, they also have the under favored. So anyways, this seems solid. But let's see what else do we want to pair. So let's go here. And again, I'm going to try to do a 5-pick flex play. Focus. Finish the slip. Bro, I am focused. Yo, so 3 picks so far. Horford under, all unders. Shit, man. Oh, baby. Dude, there's actually some pretty fucking solid value on PrizePicks right now. So this actually pairs kind of nicely with Jokic under an assist. Where's Jamal? Jamal Murray, this is a combo play, okay? Where is it? Chet Murray under 34.5 points. If Jokic is getting assists, probably means Murray's scoring. This seems solid. Hunter Brown, Underdog has his, you know, fantasy score. It just seems like PrizePicks has this fantasy score line too high. Anyways, this is a 5-pick flex play. It's beautiful. Yo, can somebody put the link in the chat? Yo, Alex. We need the LeBron headband at all times. Got in late and missed the FanDuel slip. It's not really a FanDuel slip. All I locked in was they bumped it a little again. It was plus 460. Now it's plus 450. Soderstrom home run. But anyways, Horford under, Jokic under, CS2 play. Then we got a combo prop and Hunter Brown under. Thank you to all the people who are putting the link in the chat. Davis Kelly, Purple Shady Tyler, Gator Bets. Yo, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alex Caruso on Pickett has Jokic over 7.5 assists. No. Yo, that's my guy. But I'm fading him, I guess. Unless Jokic has 8 assists, then both bets would win. Anyways, here's the play again. Kind of random assortment. We got MLB, we got CS2, we got NBA combo props, but I don't really care. Links in the chat. I bet on wherever there's value. Yeah, we already know, man. You're late. You're late. Dude, how are you ill for Game 6, man? Alex, would you use AI to cheat if you were in college now? Y'all are the best. Thanks for sharing the link. Yeah, thanks everyone for sharing the link. Appreciate it. So let's see what else Sleeper had, because I think they had some other discounts. What did they have? So these ones are like not that good. I mean, they're not horrible. Sometimes Sleeper, these multiplier boosts are horrible, but these aren't good. Again, Caitlin Clark, over 21.5 points at minus 105. It's fine. But there's other books that have her line, like Bet365, had her line lower at 21.5, or sorry, at 20.5. So you'd rather bet it there. But let's get this play locked in. Yo. So I'm going to run Paige Buckers with Protus under half of a point. So Sleeper has this at minus 192 odds. If you go to FanDuel, again, even if you don't use FanDuel yourself, you still want to look at their lines, their odds, whatever, kind of as a source of information. So where is this shit? What was this guy's name? Protoss. Did I get the right thing locked in? Anyways, this is what I'm running. J-Chip. What's up, J-Chip? Alex got the glasses on, looking so handsome. What's up, legit YouTube? LVGIT. Yo, what does LVGIT YouTube stand for? Is that your YouTube channel? Okay. I actually think I fucked up this line on Protoss. I think it got bumped to a way worse price. So I'm gonna redo it. I apologize. I'm gonna redo this one. What I'm gonna take instead, so we got Paige Buckers over, and this play I'm gonna run with. Let's just make sure these odds are right. I feel like Sleeper started to bump things a little bit quicker too. So they have Marchment's over as a 1.68 payout. So that should be minus 147. Try to go quick. It's a 1.68 payout. Yep, that's the same as minus 147. You're betting 100 to win 68 in profit. Same shit as minus 147. LVGT means legit in YouTube. Legit YouTube. Alex, LFG, the Celtics won. Was it supposed to be over for Protoss? No, I think it was supposed to be under. I think it just got bumped. I think they just bumped the odds to being worse. Yeah, they just changed Protoss's odds. Do Underdog, little bro. He went from plus 186 to plus 144. Oh, baby. Let's see. Is there anything on Fliff? Rebet? I mean, if you want to bet on the Thunder, best odds you can get right now is minus 180 on Fliff. It actually seems halfway decent. You can see FanDuel has this at minus 205. But I already bet on the Thunder, so I'm not going to rebet them. Well, maybe I'll rebet them, but right now it's like, it's not super high EV anyways, so I'm not even going to bother playing it. But let's see what we can do. So, let's look at Underdog and better picks. I'm going to get rid of Rebet again, you know. It actually seems like there's some decent value on Rebet, but I feel like I started to get limited more this week. So I'm a little annoyed about that. So if I go to this game, where is this shit? Jamal Murray under 2.5 threes. Minus 152. It's crossed. It's arbitrage with FanDuel. It's almost arbitrage to ProfitX. All these other books have it around minus 200. I don't really know what Rebet is doing. Maybe the lines moved. Let's see. So Jamal Murray's questionable. Obviously, if he doesn't play, our bet will just be, voided and we'll get our money back. Where the fuck are you? Okay, here he is. So let's see how much they give me. Yeah, so you can see, this is when he was announced as injured. Or not injured, sorry, questionable. Right? The market kind of ripped towards his under. Again, everything's priced into the market. Lineups, injuries, whatever. So they're only going to give me a max bet size of $50. Is what it is on Rebet. I got to make an account for my sister or some shit. We want Underdog. Chop, chop, little bro. Alex, I can't wait to ride all these WNBA players. Anyways, Jamal Murray under 2.5 threes. So, sportsbooks have kind of ripped towards his under down to minus 200-ish. Maybe he'll get less minutes today, even though it's game 6, elimination game, because he's ill. I don't really know. Oh, shit. So this Jokic play actually is available on Underdog too. So let's try to get in an Underdog play. I mean, I already ran it on PrizePicks. I don't love to run the same pick twice. But anyways, the first pick is Jokic, under 8.5 assists. Again, fixed payout sportsbook. All these books have his under, heavily favored. Let's see what else there is though. So Underdog had a lot of esports value. I like esports. There's a lot of opportunity in esports, which is why we bet on it, man. So Snav over 11.5. Yeah, if you look at PrizePicks, so this game actually starts in 40 minutes. I mean, that's crazy. You would never see Jokic's rebound line at 11.5 on Underdog, 13 on PrizePicks. You'd think it was Taco Tuesday or a promo or something. These esports betting markets are just super inefficient. Again, the problem is Underdog adjusts. They bump the lines quickly. Parlay Play has a Jokic promo. Dude, I haven't looked at Parlay Play in a minute. I don't even know. I don't know if it's legal in Virginia. Yo, is anyone in Virginia? Does anyone know if Yo, but here's the Underdog play. People wanted Underdog. Here's the Underdog play. Jokic under, NBA, Esports. I know, nobody really likes Esports. Nobody likes watching Esports. Also, a lot of these games start at 2 a.m. Not these ones, but... Yo, so we need this guy. That guy looks like... Snav looks, and they already bumped him. Fucking Underdog, bro. There's a problem with Underdog, man. They adjust these lines quickly. That dude looks chopped. So they already bumped Snav, which obviously isn't ideal because I wanted to lock it in. But I tried to give people time to bet it, and that did not pay off for me. So, whatever. It is what it is. Here's what I'm going to run. I mean, there's so much value on Underdog. It's okay. Snav over in headshots. But anyways, 3-pick entry. Donk over in headshots. Jokic under in assists. Senzu under in headshots. You can see Underdog, has his line at 20. Hot streak, 18.5. Unders favored. Pretty clear value on all these plays. It's just Underdog is going to bump these good lines quick, so if you want to get them locked in, go. And now Donk is removed. Yeah, we may have an underdog. May have an underdog rat in this chat, man. I replaced with a WNBA play. It seems like they bump their esports lines quicker than they bump NBA and WNBA. There's a lot more esports value, so I feel like if a certain amount of people bet an esports prop within a certain amount of time, they just bump it. Parlay play works in Virginia. Okay, I'll log into parlay play and... Alex, let's stop betting on 14-year-olds and do some NBA. You should just make a... And here come the bumps. No, Jokic they didn't bump. They bumped Jackie Young. Y'all are killing me, bro. So let me refresh this. Again, when I'm not streaming, it's easy to get plays locked in. But I try to stream to share my bets. And that's when I get fucked. Because they bump these lines quick. If you're on YouTube, again, like Twitch has a little bit less of a delay. Three-pick entry, $25. Again, that's the max they give me. Got to create an account for my sister or something like that. Maybe I already have. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I just don't tell you guys. But anyways, let's see what we got. So FanDuel. Yo. Anything we like on FanDuel? Yo. Let's get a FanDuel parlay locked in. Again, I already ran Sutterstrom home run plus 460. That was a straight bet. I didn't parlay it or anything. Are there any more home run bets though? Let's see. Home run. Yo, do we like any of these home run bets? So the problem is Pinnacle doesn't offer markets for a lot of these dudes. I'm definitely not playing Jacob Wilson. So this is just devigging to Circa. So if you haven't used the FanDuel promo, I mean, again, here Circa. Circa's known to be a pretty smart, sharp book, whatever you want to call it. So if you wanted to again, we already locked this in. It was plus 460. Now it's down to plus 450. So FanDuel has a promo. I think it's a 25% profit boost. 25% profit boost. 25% profit boost. That's too aggressive. Fuck that shit. So this would come out to plus 10K. They're giving me 150. They never actually take what they say they're going to take. So if you wanted something for the FanDuel promo, again, you should be getting, I forget if it's a 10% boost. Caruso, 4+ rebounds. Then we got Langford and Butler home run. Do you think I could strike you out in baseball? Maybe. I used to play baseball, though. Can you run the last sleeper discount? Sure. Let's check out the last sleeper discount. What is it? So again, these are mediocre. Personally, I would just skip them over. Unless there's a super profitable play on sleeper. But again, they charge a lot of juice. So usually there's not a super profitable bet on sleeper. So I'm going to run this with Jokic over 4.5 turnovers. And it already expired. Are you fucking kidding me? So sleeper already expired. Jokic turnovers. I feel like, again, they sometimes have good value. They just bump it quick. So run Miko under 2.5 shots on goal. 1.67 payout. That's the same as minus 149 odds. Here's the sleeper promo. DeGrom, Miko under. Dude, sleeper's kind of cooking today. So I'm going to try to fly through these picks. Nope. Nope. So they have a sleeper protected play. We're not betting on Brittany Grinder. Ooh. So here's what I'm going to get in on sleeper. Again, this is a protected play. So it's not like a discount, but if we lose, we get our money back. There's no reason not to play this protected pick. You lose, you get your money back. Like, it's impossible to beat. So Diggins over, McBride under. And then we have a 50% MMA boost, but I can probably wait to use that. Probably can wait to use that. Anyways, I've talked a little bit about liquidity on ProfitX. Like, I mean, I do EV bet on ProfitX, but you want to be a little careful on these niche markets. Because a lot of times, because ProfitX has no betting limits, right? There's no betting limits. You can bet as much fucking money as you want. There's no limits. Sometimes it attracts like syndicate. Well, it does. It attracts syndicates, sharp bettors. So like you can see here, here's an arbitrage opportunity between Rebet and ProfitX. And it's like, yo, ProfitX seems to be the side offering value. But if you go to ProfitX, someone's offering Marchments under 1.5 shots on goal for almost $5,000. That's a lot of fucking money. So like, depending on the liquidity and how niche the market is, like I'm not going to bet $4,000 because I'm almost certainly betting against some sharp bettor or some syndicate that may know something that I don't know, or that the market doesn't know yet. Especially, again, for these niche player props, I think it's like valuable to consider liquidity. Obviously, for NBA money lines, these super liquid markets, it's a little bit different. But like, if ProfitX ever adds esports or something, that would be another example of maybe a more inefficient market. I don't even know how much Rebet's going to let me bet on this shit anyways. So like in this scenario, instead of taking ProfitX, which seems to be the side with value, but there's not a lot of data points. I mean, it's a kind of low shot on goal line. Whoa. It's also weird because Rebet, they have his line at minus 165 over 2.5 shots on goal. But then if you go to over 1.5, right, like his 2+ shots on goal is mine. Like these are the same bet and they're giving you completely different odds, which is a little bit stupid, but I don't know. It's just the way it is. So let's see how much they give me. They're not going to take that. They're going to give me 110.95. So in this scenario, I'm just going to take the free money. It's only $1 a profit, but I mean, it takes literally 12 seconds to lock this in. So I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to take the free $1. Unfortunately, I got limited on Rebet. Yo, where is this? Marchment. So on ProfitX, they say this is plus 142 odds. But it's actually plus 138 odds. Hopefully you guys are able to bet more on it on Rebet. So they say it's plus 142 odds, but you're actually getting plus 138 because they take out, like, because this is a peer-to-peer exchange. Alex, any flip value? We can look at the flip play. Or I'll look at flip next. ProfitX charges a 3% fee if you win your bet, right? It's not a sports book. They don't make money by you losing money. the way that ProfitX makes money is they just like, it's like the rake in poker. They just take 3% off the top. So you're actually getting plus 138. But anyways, it's a good book, again, especially for arbitrage because there's no limits. There's always some pretty good arbs on it. Yo, I see people want Fliff. Give me one sec. What did I want to do? Fliff. Let's check out Fliff. Again, like, probably the best value on Fliff is just Thunder. Minus 180. It just seems like they're stale after the Jamal Murray news, although it seems like Jamal Murray's probably still going to play. These interns are in this live stream. More prize picks, please. So honestly, like, probably the best value, if you wanted a Fliff play, I would just run Thunder. I mean, I'm already on the Thunder. The line moved a bit in my favor, which is obviously lucky. The line moved a bit in my favor because Jamal Murray, whatever, is being a little bitch. What? Anyways, I'm going to call it a day for now. I'll stream again before the games start, but